200 years after humanity conquered interstellar travel, there was only one region of space nobody entered. The Edge. It wasn't marked on any official map. No government admitted it existed. No navigation AI would calculate routes through it. And every ship that crossed into the region vanished forever. For decades, humanity assumed it was a black hole field, a dark matter anomaly, or some unknown cosmic phenomenon. Then the signal arrived. At exactly 3:17 Universal Time Coordinated, every communication system in human space received the same transmission. Military satellites, civilian networks, deep space probes, even disconnected systems. The message contained only 7 words. The door is opening. Do not return. Nobody knew who sent it. Nobody knew where it came from. But one detail terrified everyone. The transmission was authenticated. It carried the command signature of the UHS Prometheus, a ship that disappeared 73 years earlier. The Prometheus had been the most advanced exploration vessel humanity ever built. 3,000 crew. The best scientists. The best soldiers. The best AI ever created. Its mission was simple: travel beyond the edge. It never came back. Until now. Within hours, emergency meetings were called across Earth. Governments panicked. Military fleets were mobilized. And one man was pulled from retirement. Commander Nathan Reeves. The last surviving officer connected to the Prometheus mission. Nathan sat silently inside a dark briefing room while intelligence officers projected the recovered signal onto the wall. The door is opening. Do not return. He stared at the message for nearly a minute. Then his face lost all color. One officer noticed immediately. You've seen this before. Nathan nodded slowly. The room became silent. His voice was barely above a whisper. Not the message. A pause. The door. The officers exchanged nervous looks. What door? Nathan looked toward the stars visible beyond the station window. 73 years ago, the Prometheus reached the edge. And they found something impossible. Not a planet. Not an alien structure. Not a black hole. A door. A perfectly circular object larger than entire solar systems floating alone in complete darkness. And according to the last transmission they received, it had just started opening. The briefing room remained silent. Nobody spoke after hearing Nathan Reeves describe the object. A door larger than entire solar systems. It sounded insane. But the recovered Prometheus files proved otherwise. The holographic display changed. Ancient mission footage appeared above the table. Every person in the room froze. There it was. Floating alone in complete darkness. A perfect circle. Blacker than space itself. No stars existed around it. No planets. No galaxies. Nothing. The object simply hung there beyond the edge like reality ended and the door had been placed in the emptiness afterward. One scientist whispered, "Who built it?" Nathan answered immediately. "That's the wrong question." The room turned toward him. The right question is why. The footage continued. The Prometheus slowly approached the object 73 years earlier. At first everything appeared normal. Then strange things started happening. Crew members reported hearing voices inside empty rooms. Navigation systems displayed impossible coordinates. Several astronauts claimed they were seeing people standing outside the ship. Watching. Waiting. One officer frowned. Hallucinations? Nathan shook his head. No. The hologram zoomed closer toward the giant structure. Thousands of symbols covered its surface. Not alien symbols. Human symbols. English. The room became silent again. One phrase repeated across the entire structure. Welcome home. Nobody understood. Humanity had never seen the object before. Humanity had never traveled that far. So why was a structure older than the galaxy itself speaking English? Then the footage reached the final recording. The bridge of the Prometheus. Crew members screaming. Warning alarms everywhere. Stars disappearing outside the windows. And in the center of the screen, the door moved. Just slightly. Only a few feet. But something could be seen inside. Not darkness. A city. A gigantic city stretching farther than the eye could see. Then the recording ended. Static filled the room. Nathan stared at the frozen image. His voice dropped. When the door opened, he swallowed. The crew realized something was looking back at them. At that exact moment, every light inside the briefing room went out. Complete darkness. Then a new transmission appeared across every screen on the station. A single sentence. This time, the door is opening from the other side. The station lost power instantly. Emergency lights failed. Backup systems failed. Even military-grade batteries stopped responding. Inside the darkness, nobody moved. Nobody spoke. Then Commander Nathan Reeves heard footsteps. Slow. Deliberate. Coming from somewhere inside the briefing room. His heart nearly stopped. There were 12 people in the room. But the footsteps sounded like a 13th person walking between them. One scientist whispered, "Who's there?" No answer came. The footsteps continued. Closer. Closer. Then every screen in the room activated simultaneously. The power was still dead. Yet the screens were on. A face appeared. Human. Male. Middle-aged. Wearing the uniform of the UHS Prometheus. Nathan immediately recognized him. Captain Aaron Voss. The commander of the Prometheus. A man officially declared dead 73 years ago. The room froze. Aaron stared directly into the camera. Not speaking. Just staring. Then he smiled. Slowly. Unnaturally. Nathan felt cold spread through his body. Aaron never smiled like that. Something was wrong. Very wrong. Then the figure finally spoke. "Do not come here." Static flooded the screen. The image distorted violently. For a second, another face appeared behind him. Then another. Then hundreds. Thousands. Human faces packed together in darkness. Watching. Listening. Waiting. The transmission stabilized. Aaron looked terrified now. Like he was struggling against something. Nathan. The room became silent. Nobody knew how the dead captain knew Nathan was watching. Aaron leaned closer to the camera. "You don't understand." His voice trembled. "The city isn't abandoned." Static. More distortion. Then the camera briefly turned. Everyone saw it. The city, gigantic towers stretching into an endless black sky. Trillions of lights. Roads wider than planets. Structures larger than solar systems. And people. Millions of people walking through the streets. Human people. Then the image snapped back to Aaron. He looked terrified. The door was never built to keep something out. Silence. His eyes filled with panic. It was built to keep something in. At that exact moment, every window on the station shattered. Alarms erupted. Artificial gravity flickered. And outside the station, something appeared. Far beyond Earth. Far beyond the moon, a giant circular shape. Black. Impossible. The same shape seen in the Prometheus footage. The door. And somehow, it was getting closer. The door should not have been there. According to every law of physics, the object existed billions of light-years away beyond the edge. Yet now it was visible from Earth, growing larger every minute. Inside the orbital station, panic spread instantly. Military channels exploded with emergency traffic. Fleets launched. Defense systems activated. Scientists screamed conflicting theories across every network. Nothing made sense. Commander Nathan Reeves stood frozen before the observation window. The giant black circle was impossible to ignore. And it was moving. Not through space, through reality itself. The stars around it were bending, stretching, disappearing. As if the universe was making room for its arrival. Then another transmission arrived. Not from the door. From Earth. Every television. Every phone. Every communication system. The same message appeared worldwide. People stopped in streets. Pilots abandoned conversations mid-flight. Governments watched in silence. The message contained only 4 words. We finally found you. Nobody knew who sent it. But the source identifier chilled Nathan to the bone. Origin, Earth. Not a satellite, not a government server. Earth itself. Then something impossible happened. Deep beneath Antarctica, seismic sensors detected movement. At first scientists believed it was an earthquake. Then the readings grew larger. And larger. And larger. Until they realized the truth. Something beneath the ice was waking up. Something enormous. Satellite images revealed cracks spreading across hundreds of miles of frozen terrain. Ancient structures emerged beneath the ice. Perfect circles. Thousands of them. Each identical to the door. The oldest structure on Earth had just activated. Nathan stared at the images. His face turned pale. Because he finally remembered something from 73 years ago. Something Captain Aaron Voss never included in his final report. When the Prometheus first approached the door, their scanners found an identical energy signature. Not beyond the edge. Not somewhere else in the galaxy. On Earth. Humanity had not discovered the door. Humanity had come from it. Then the station lights flickered again. A voice echoed through every speaker. Calm. Ancient. Not human. And definitely not friendly. Population count confirmed. A pause followed. Then, gate opening sequence initiated. Outside the window, the door began opening. The door opened. A thin line of white light appeared across its center and stretched endlessly in both directions. Every telescope in human space immediately focused on it. Then every telescope failed. Lenses cracked. Sensors burned out. Quantum arrays overloaded. Whatever was inside the door could not be observed safely. Yet people still saw it. Not through cameras. Through their own eyes. Across Earth, billions suddenly experienced the same vision. A city. An impossible city. Endless towers reaching into a black sky. Rivers of light flowing between structures larger than planets. And human beings. Trillions of them. Walking calmly through the streets. Working. Talking. Living. As if they had never left. Inside the orbital station, scientists collapsed one after another while trying to process the incoming data. Commander Nathan Reeves stared at the tactical display. The numbers made no sense. The city beyond the door contained more humans than had ever existed in recorded history. Then the transmission arrived. This time it wasn't text. It was a voice. A female voice. Calm. Ancient. Almost comforting. Children of Earth. Every communication system on the planet carried the message simultaneously. We have waited a very long time. Nathan felt a chill run down his spine. The voice continued. You call it a door. A pause. We call it a quarantine. Silence spread across mission control centers across the world. Then the woman spoke the sentence that changed human history forever. You were never born on Earth. Millions of people stopped what they were doing. Governments froze. Scientists stared at their screens. The voice continued calmly. Your ancestors arrived through the gate 300,000 years ago. Images suddenly appeared across every display. Ancient humans stepping through gigantic circular portals. Entire cities crossing worlds. Massive fleets escaping something hidden in the darkness beyond the stars. Humanity had not evolved on Earth. Humanity had fled to Earth. And whatever they were escaping, had finally found the door again. The silence had arrived. For several seconds, nobody moved inside mission control. Hundreds of black objects floated beyond the moon. Motionless. Perfectly still. Not transmitting. Not attacking. Just watching. Commander Nathan Reeves stared at the tactical display. Every military sensor in the solar system was focused on the objects. And every sensor returned the same impossible result. Mass, unknown. Size, unknown. Composition, unknown. It was as if the objects refused to exist inside the laws of physics. Then one of them moved. Only a few inches, but across every monitoring station on Earth, alarms exploded instantly. The object had crossed nearly 500,000 miles in less than a second. No acceleration. No visible movement. One moment it was near the moon. The next it was much closer. Scientists stared at the readings in horror. The object wasn't traveling. It was deleting distance. Then another moved. Then another. Hundreds of black shapes slowly surrounded Earth from every direction. Above cities. Above oceans. Above continents. The world watched live broadcasts in silence. The silence had finally shown itself, and it looked like nothing. No lights. No structures. No visible surface. Just giant regions of darkness darker than space itself. Then something happened that terrified Nathan more than anything else. The door reacted. For the first time since opening, the giant structure began closing. Slowly. As if something inside was afraid. The ancient female voice returned. And for the first time, she sounded frightened. No. Silence filled every channel. No, they found the gate. Nathan grabbed the communication console. Who are they? The answer came instantly. The end of civilizations. Then all communication stopped. Every screen across Earth went black. For 10 seconds, humanity saw nothing. No broadcasts. No satellites. No internet. Nothing. Then the screens returned. A single image appeared everywhere. The darkness had taken shape. A face. Enormous. Human-like. Made entirely from black void. Its eyes were empty stars. Its mouth never moved. Yet every person on Earth heard the same sentence inside their mind. We remember your species. People collapsed in streets. Pilots lost consciousness. Military operators screamed. The voice continued. You escaped once. A pause. Then, you will not escape again. And beyond the door, something even larger opened its eyes. Beyond the door, panic had begun. For the first time since the transmission started, humanity saw fear. Not on Earth. Inside the city. The endless civilization stretching beyond the gate was evacuating. Massive structures thousands of miles high were shutting down. Entire districts vanished behind energy barriers. Fleets larger than moons launched from gigantic spaceports and moved toward defensive positions around the door. Whatever was coming, even they were afraid of it. Commander Nathan Reeves stared at the live feed. How long have you known? The ancient female voice answered quietly. A very long time. The camera moved across the city. Millions of humans were running. Not primitive humans. Not modern humans. Advanced descendants of the civilization that had escaped Earth hundreds of thousands of years ago. Humanity had survived. Humanity had evolved. Humanity had become something greater. And now they were terrified. Then the feed reached the center of the city. Nathan froze. A gigantic black wall stretched across the horizon. At first, he thought it was a mountain. Then he realized the horrifying truth. It was moving. Slowly. The wall wasn't a structure. It was a scar, a tear in reality itself. The ancient voice spoke again. When we sealed the gate. A pause. We trapped part of them on the other side. Every person listening felt cold. The silence was never one species. The image zoomed closer. Inside the scar, shapes moved. Billions of them. Human-shaped shadows walking endlessly through darkness. Watching. Waiting. Then Nathan understood. The silence wasn't hunting humanity. The silence had once been humanity. The woman continued. They were the first people touched by the darkness. Ancient memories flooded the screens. Human scientists. Human explorers. Human colonies. Then infection. A black substance spreading through entire worlds. Turning people into something else. Something empty. Something hungry. The first victims became the first silence. And now, after 300,000 years, they had finally found the door again. Then every alarm on Earth activated simultaneously. The black objects surrounding the planet had started moving. Not toward cities. Not toward military fleets. Toward Antarctica. Toward the ancient circular structures hidden beneath the ice. Toward something buried there long before humanity arrived. And for the first time, the ancient woman sounded truly terrified. They found the key. The silence reached Antarctica first. Hundreds of black objects descended through the atmosphere without resistance. No weapons fired. No attacks occurred. They simply moved toward the ice. Toward something hidden beneath it. Across the world, military satellites focused on the frozen continent while governments prepared for war. Then Antarctica cracked open. Not a small fracture. An entire section of the continent split apart. Miles of ice collapsed into darkness below. And something emerged. A ring. A colossal metallic ring buried beneath the ice for hundreds of thousands of years. It dwarfed cities. Dwarfed mountains. And it matched the door exactly. Commander Nathan Reeves stared at the images in disbelief. Earth had possessed a gate all along. The ancient woman spoke through the transmission. We destroyed every record of it. Nathan looked toward the screen. Why? The answer came immediately. Because humanity could never be allowed to open it. The camera zoomed closer. Symbols covered the ring. The same symbols seen on the door. The same symbols found on the Prometheus recordings. But now they were glowing. Activating. The silence had awakened something, then a new signal appeared. Not from Earth. Not from the door. From beneath Antarctica. Ancient. Dormant. Older than humanity itself. The signal contained a single sentence. Authorization required. Silence filled every command center on Earth. Then another line appeared. Last custodian not found. Nathan felt cold. Custodian? The ancient woman's voice trembled. The keeper. A pause. The one person left alive who still remembers. Nathan frowned. Remembers what? The transmission ended. Then the ring beneath Antarctica began turning. Slowly. Mechanically. Like a lock opening after hundreds of thousands of years. And deep inside the darkness below the ice, something massive moved. Something that had been sleeping since before human history began. Something even the silence feared. The world watched Antarctica in silence. The massive ring continued turning beneath the ice. Ancient mechanisms grown to life after hundreds of thousands of years. Then the signal returned. Last custodian searching. Every screen on Earth displayed the same message. Military commanders waited. Scientists waited. Nathan Reeves waited. Then the system found a match. The entire world froze. Custodian identified. Nathan Reeves. Nathan felt the blood drain from his face. The room erupted instantly. That's impossible. He's human. How can he be the custodian? Nathan stared at the screen. He had no answers. Then memories began returning. Small fragments. Dreams he had experienced since childhood. A giant circular gate. Black stars. A city beyond reality. And a woman calling his name. The pain exploded through his skull. Nathan collapsed. Suddenly he was somewhere else. Not Earth. Not the station. A memory. He stood inside an enormous chamber surrounded by stars. Thousands of humans watched him from glowing platforms. A woman wearing silver armor approached. Her eyes were filled with sadness. You must forget. Nathan looked confused. What? The woman placed her hand on his forehead. Everything. The vision shattered. Nathan opened his eyes back inside the station. Breathing heavily. The ancient female voice returned immediately. Nathan. For the first time she sounded emotional. You were never born on Earth. Silence filled the room. You were the final keeper. Every person listening froze. Nathan could barely speak. No. The woman continued. When humanity fled through the gate, one person remained behind. Images appeared across the screens. Ancient fleets. Collapsing worlds. The rise of the silence. And one final mission. Someone had volunteered to stay. Someone responsible for protecting the quarantine. Someone responsible for making sure the door never opened again. Nathan. His memories had been erased. His lifespan altered. His identity hidden. For 300,000 years, the Keeper had been reborn again and again without remembering who he truly was. Until now. Then Antarctica shook violently. The ring finally stopped rotating. Something enormous began rising from beneath the ice. Not a ship. Not a city. A machine. A machine larger than entire mountain ranges. Ancient. Black. Covered in the same symbols found on the door. The silence immediately reacted. For the first time since arriving, they started retreating. And that terrified everyone even more. Because if the silence feared this thing, what exactly had humanity buried beneath Antarctica? The machine emerged from beneath Antarctica. Entire mountain ranges cracked apart as the colossal structure rose from the darkness below the ice. Across Earth, billions watched in disbelief. It was impossible. The machine stretched across hundreds of miles. Ancient black metal covered its surface while gigantic rings rotated around a glowing core buried deep inside its center. For several seconds, nobody spoke. Then something happened that shocked humanity. The silence retreated. Every black object surrounding Earth immediately moved backward. Not attacking. Not advancing. Retreating. Fear. For the first time, the silence was afraid. Commander Nathan Reeves stared at the tactical displays. What is that thing? The ancient woman answered quietly. The warden. Cold silence filled the station. Images appeared across the screens. Ancient humans standing beside the machine hundreds of thousands of years ago. Entire fleets surrounding it. Worlds being evacuated through the door. Then war. Humanity's final war. The Warden was our last weapon. Nathan looked toward the giant structure rising from Antarctica. A weapon against the silence? No. The answer chilled everyone. A weapon against what created the silence. Then the machine activated. A pulse of white light exploded outward from Antarctica and crossed the entire planet within seconds. Every communication system rebooted. Every satellite came online. And the door stopped opening. For a moment, humanity felt hope. Then deep inside the door, something moved. Not the silence. Something bigger. Much bigger. The city beyond the gate went dark. Entire districts lost power. Emergency alarms echoed through the streets. Even the ancient humans beyond the door began fleeing. Then the woman whispered, "No." Nathan immediately knew she was terrified. "What is it?" The answer came slowly. "The prisoner." Silence. Then every screen on Earth displayed the same warning. Containment failure detected. Primary prison breaching. The Warden's lights suddenly turned red. And for the first time in 300,000 years, the thing imprisoned behind the door opened its eyes. The prisoner opened its eyes. Across Earth, every screen went black. Not powered off. Consumed. The darkness spread across monitors, satellites, cameras, and communication systems until only two glowing white eyes remained visible. Watching. Waiting. Then people began hearing whispers. Not through speakers. Inside their minds. Children heard them. Scientists heard them. Presidents heard them. The same voice. Ancient. Calm. Hungry. Finally. Commander Nathan Reeves felt a sharp pain behind his eyes. Around the world, millions collapsed. Some began crying. Others laughed uncontrollably, a few simply stared at the sky. The prisoner had not even escaped yet. And it was already affecting human minds. The ancient woman spoke urgently. "Nathan, listen carefully." Her voice was shaking. The silence was never our enemy. The room froze. Nathan stared at the screen. What? The silence are survivors. Silence filled the station. The images changed. Ancient human worlds appeared again. Then the prisoner. A black shape larger than solar systems. Moving through space. Not destroying civilizations. Changing them. People exposed to its presence slowly lost themselves. Their memories vanished. Their emotions disappeared. Their identities eroded. Until nothing remained except emptiness. Those victims became the first silence. Not soldiers. Not servants. Refugees. Humanity had misunderstood the truth for 300,000 years. The silence were fleeing. Just like humanity once fled. Then the door shook violently. Massive cracks spread across its surface. The city beyond the gate erupted into chaos. Entire districts collapsed. Emergency fleets launched in every direction. And the Warden responded. The colossal machine beneath Antarctica fired. A beam of white energy struck the door. For one brief moment, the cracking stopped. But only for a moment. Then a new warning appeared across every screen. Warden power, 11%. Nathan felt cold. The strongest machine humanity ever built was dying. And the prisoner had not even escaped yet. Then the voice returned. Closer this time. Inside every human mind. "I remember your species." A pause. "Then, you built my prison." And deep within the darkness beyond the door, something began standing up. Something stood up inside the door. At first, humanity could not understand what they were seeing. The scale was too large. The thing rose slowly from the darkness beyond the city. Past the towers. Past the fleets. Past the horizon itself. Entire districts disappeared behind its shadow. Commander Nathan Reeves stared at the live feed in disbelief. The prisoner was bigger than worlds. Bigger than fleets. Bigger than anything humanity had ever imagined. And it was still growing. The ancient woman spoke quietly. When we first found it. Her voice trembled. We thought it was a god. Images appeared across the screens. Ancient explorers discovering a strange signal beyond the edge of known space. Human fleets following it. Human scientists studying it. Then disaster. Entire crews losing their memories. People forgetting their own names. Cities descending into madness. Civilizations collapsing without a single shot being fired. The prisoner did not destroy worlds. It erased identity. It consumed memory. It turned entire populations into empty shells. The first silence. Nathan watched the recordings in horror. One explorer looked directly into a camera. What are we fighting? The answer came from another scientist. We're fighting forgetting. Then the footage ended. Back in the present, the door cracked again. Huge pieces of its surface broke away and vanished into darkness. The warden fired another beam. The prisoner didn't even react. Its white eyes remained fixed on Earth. On Nathan. Then something impossible happened. The prisoner smiled. Across the solar system, every human being saw it. Not on a screen. Inside their minds. A smile stretching across something larger than reality itself. Then it spoke. Not with words. With memories. Millions suddenly remembered lives they had never lived. Ancient cities. Lost worlds. Forgotten wars. Humanity's true past flooded back into existence. People collapsed everywhere. And Nathan remembered everything. Who he was. Why he had stayed behind. And why the door could never be allowed to fully open. Because the prisoner wasn't trapped behind the door. The prisoner was trapped behind humanity itself. And if humanity remembered everything, the final lock would break. Nathan remembered. Not pieces. Not fragments. Everything. 300,000 years of memories crashed back into his mind at once. Ancient cities stretching across galaxies. Human fleets larger than solar systems. The first encounter with the prisoner. And humanity's greatest mistake. Inside mission control, Nathan fell to his knees. Blood ran from his nose as forgotten lifetimes returned. The ancient woman immediately recognized what had happened. The Keeper has awakened. Across Earth, strange things began occurring. People remembered impossible things. Languages no one had spoken for hundreds of thousands of years. Names of forgotten worlds. Memories of suns that no longer existed. Humanity's lost history was returning. And with every memory recovered, the door opened wider. The prisoner smiled. Nathan finally understood. The door was never the prison. Humanity was. The first civilization discovered that the prisoner fed on memory. Fed on identity. Fed on consciousness itself. Every time intelligent life remembered its past, the prisoner grew stronger. Every civilization it touched became part of it. Absorbed. Stored. Consumed. The only solution had been unthinkable. Humanity erased itself. Its history. Its knowledge. Its empire. Everything. Earth became a hiding place. A species suffering from controlled amnesia. The final lock. And Nathan was the key maintaining it. Then the warden transmitted directly to him. For the first time, the ancient machine spoke. Keeper. Nathan looked toward the Antarctic feeds. What do I do? The answer came instantly. Choose. Images flooded his mind. One future showed humanity remembering everything. Its true history. Its lost empire. Its ancient power. But the prisoner escaped. Entire galaxies died. Another future showed the door sealed forever. But humanity would lose its past again. Every discovery. Every recovered memory. Everything. Nathan stared at the visions. Both choices carried a terrible cost. Then the prisoner spoke directly to him. Its voice was calm. Almost kind. Open the door. Across the solar system, the cracks spread faster. The warden's power dropped to 6%. And Earth began shaking. Because something beneath Antarctica was moving. Something older than the warden. Something even the first civilization feared. Something awakened beneath Antarctica. The earthquake stopped instantly. The storm stopped. Even the door stopped cracking for a moment. It was as if reality itself had paused. Waiting. Watching. Across Earth, every sensor pointed toward the frozen continent. Then the ice disappeared. Not melted. Not destroyed. Gone. Hundreds of miles of ice vanished in a single second, revealing a structure hidden beneath it. A throne. A colossal black throne larger than entire cities. And seated upon it, was a human. Nathan stared at the screen. Impossible. The figure had not moved for hundreds of thousands of years. Yet it looked alive. Its eyes remained closed. Its hands rested calmly upon the arms of the throne. The ancient woman whispered, "No." Fear filled her voice. Real fear. The first keeper. Silence spread through mission control. Nathan looked toward the image. The first what? The answer came slowly. The first human. Every person listening froze. The woman continued. Not the firstborn. A pause. The first who remembered. Images appeared across the screens. Ancient humanity. The prisoner. The fall of civilizations, and one man standing against it. A man who refused to forget. A man who discovered something nobody else understood. The prisoner could not consume memories that were willingly sacrificed. So the first keeper gave up everything. His family. His identity. His past. His future. Every memory. Every dream. Everything. He became the living foundation of the prison. For 300,000 years he had remained beneath Antarctica holding the door closed through sheer will. Then his eyes opened. Across Earth, every electronic system overloaded. The stars flickered. The door trembled. Even the prisoner stopped smiling. For the first time, it looked afraid. The first keeper slowly stood from the throne. And when he spoke, his voice echoed across the entire solar system. I remember. The prisoner screamed. Not in anger. In fear. Because the one thing it could never consume, had finally awakened. The prisoner screamed. Across the solar system, planets trembled. The sound was not physical. It traveled through memory itself. Every human on Earth suddenly remembered something they had never experienced. Ancient worlds. Forgotten families. Civilizations erased long before history began. The prisoner was fighting back. Trying to drown humanity in stolen memories. But the first keeper remained standing. Calm. Unmoving. His eyes burned with white light brighter than stars. For 300,000 years he had carried the burden alone. And now, he finally spoke again. I remember them. The darkness surrounding the door recoiled. The prisoner screamed louder. Humanity watched in shock as billions of glowing lights appeared around the first keeper. Memories. Not his. Humanity's. Every sacrifice. Every lost world. Every civilization consumed by the prisoner. Nothing had truly vanished. The keeper had preserved them all. The ancient woman stared at the screens in disbelief. Impossible. Nathan looked toward her. What? Tears filled her eyes. The keeper didn't forget. Silence. He carried everything. 300,000 years of human history. Every name. Every face. Every life. The keeper had remembered them all so the prisoner could not take them. Then the warden activated one final time. Power levels surged. 6%. 8%. 12%. The machine was drawing strength from the keeper himself. Across Antarctica, giant rings of light rose into the sky. The door began closing. Slowly. Painfully. The prisoner fought back immediately. Massive cracks spread across reality itself. Entire stars disappeared. Space bent. Time distorted. But the door continued closing. Nathan finally understood. The prison had never been built from metal. Never from technology. Never from force. It was built from memory. And one man had carried it alone for hundreds of thousands of years. Then the prisoner looked directly at Nathan. For the first time, it smiled. You cannot win. A pause. Then, because he is dying. The keeper stumbled. And Earth began shaking again. The keeper was dying. Across Earth, the giant door continued closing, but every second drained more of the keeper's strength. The prisoner knew it. The silence knew it. And humanity knew it. Commander Nathan Reeves stood inside mission control watching the impossible battle unfold across reality itself. The keeper dropped to one knee. Immediately the door stopped moving. The prisoner smiled. Entire sections of the gate cracked apart. Darkness poured through the openings like liquid night. The warden's alarms erupted across Antarctica. Containment failure, 73%. Humanity was losing. Then Nathan remembered something. Not from this life. From another. A memory hidden inside the keeper's gift. Ancient humans standing together before the first gate. Thousands of them. Millions. Volunteering. Sacrificing their memories willingly. Sharing the burden. Nathan suddenly understood. The keeper was never supposed to carry the prison alone. He looked toward the communication systems. Broadcast this everywhere. The room froze. Every screen on Earth switched to Nathan. Cities. Military bases. Space stations. Refugee shelters. Everyone watched. Nathan spoke only 4 words. Remember who we were. At that moment, something extraordinary happened. Across Earth, billions of people willingly opened their minds. The memories returned. Ancient worlds. Lost civilizations. Forgotten heroes. The entire history of humanity flowed back into existence. The burden spread. The keeper stood again. The door moved. The prisoner screamed. For the first time since the beginning, humanity was fighting beside its oldest guardian. Then the warden activated at 100%. And Antarctica became brighter than the sun. White light consumed the door. The warden fired its final pulse. The prisoner fought desperately. Reality shattered around it. Stars disappeared. Entire regions of space collapsed into darkness. But humanity refused to let go. Billions shared the burden. Billions remembered. And for the first time in 300,000 years, the prisoner began shrinking. The thing that had consumed civilizations for ages was finally starving. The keeper slowly walked toward the door. Nathan watched in silence. He already knew what was coming. The keeper turned once. A faint smile appeared on his face. Then he stepped through the gate. The door slammed shut behind him. Silence. Complete silence. The prisoner was gone. The darkness vanished. The gate became inactive. And the warden powered down forever. Weeks later, Earth was different. Humanity remembered its true history. Its lost worlds. Its ancient civilization. Its sacrifices. The door remained sealed beneath Antarctica. The silence disappeared beyond the stars. And peace finally returned. Until one day, Nathan received a final message from the warden's dying systems. A single sentence. Containment successful. Then another line appeared beneath it. One that had never existed before. Secondary containment detected. Nathan stared at the screen. Confused. Then a location appeared. Not Antarctica. Not Earth. Not even the Milky Way. Somewhere far beyond the observable universe. And beside the coordinates, one final warning. There was never only one prisoner. Hashtag the end. Face with open mouth dashing away fire, sequel hook left open.